Hello, my name is Roni Aiman. My matrix number is FT251601662.
Hi, my name is Marcel Stephen. My matrix number is FT25110149.
Hello, my name is Zachary James Poe and my matrix number is FT251601791.
Hi, my name is Alexander Brian bin Jimiton, and my matrix number is FT251100 and 97.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Putra Shazwan. My matrix number FT25110070.
And my name Ahmad Izzat Zuhdi, Kolamin bin Muhammad Zamani, FT 251601999.
I will be explaining the overview. Our presentation focus on the topic: is academic competition beneficial or harmful? This analysis is based on the research article published in the journal Behavior Science in March 2025. The study examines how competitive and collaborative environments affect students' learning and behavior. Academic competition refers to students striving to perform better than their peers. It is widely used in education systems around the world to encourage excellence and achievement. In this presentation, we will explore both sides of academic competition, whether it truly improves learning outcomes or whether it creates negative effects such as stress and anxiety. This topic is especially relevant today as education systems continue to balance performance, well-being, and meaningful learning.
So hi, today I will briefly introduce our topic on academic competition. Academic competition refers to students striving to achieve better performance compared to their peers. It is used in education system as a way to encourage students to improve and perform at a higher level. In many developing and developed countries, competition is seen as an effective tool to drive excellence and prepare students for real-world challenges. For this presentation, we are using a research paper titled The Impact of Competition and Collaborative Environment on Students by Ma and Chen, published in 2025 in the journal Behavioral Science. This paper is important because it helps us understand how competition influences students' motivations, learning behavior, and overall academic performance and students in today's education system. This study is reliable, academic source, and full article can be accessed through the MDPI website, ensuring that our analysis is based on credible and up-to-date research. Thank you.
The main problem we are focusing on is the impact of academic competition on students. While competition can motivate high achieving students to perform better, it can also create negative effects such as stress, anxiety, and even harm students' mental health. Because of this, there is a conflict. We want to understand whether the pressure to outperform others actually improves students' learning outcomes, or if it instead prevents true understanding and reduce collaboration between students. Well, to answer this problem, our team has three main objectives. First, we want to identify the psychological impacts of competition on students, especially how it affects their performance, motivation, and stress levels. Second, we aim to evaluate whether competitive environments encourage active learning, where students truly understand the subject, or if they rely more on memorization just to achieve higher results. Lastly, we want to determine whether there is a healthy level of competition that can benefit all students, regardless of their starting ability or rank.
Hi everyone, my name is Zach and I will explain about the core facts and the beneficial side of the argument. To get things started, let's look at the foundation of our research. We wanted to make sure our findings weren't just based on a small sample, so we use a secondary data analysis approach with the PISA 2018 dataset. We utilized a two-stage sampling strategy to ensure the data was representative of real-world school systems. After a very systematic selection process, our final analysis focused on 20,978 vocational students from 814 schools across 18 different countries. We also look at variables like gender, age, and level of study to see how this might shift the results. This huge sample size gives us a really clear global look at how competition functions in education.
Thank you, Zachary. I will be continuing the case description and key findings from the study. The research was conducted using data collected from university students, focusing on how different learning environments, competitive and collaborative, affect their performance and behavior. The results show that a significant number of students reported increased motivation in competition settings as they felt encouraged to perform better than their peers. However, at the same time, many students also reported high levels of stress and anxiety. The study also found that factors such as gender, level of study, and individual personality influence how students responded to competition. For example, some students thrive in competition environments, while others prefer more supportive and collaborative settings. These findings highlight that academic competition does not affect all students equally and can produce both positive and negative outcomes depending on the individual.
Thank you, Putra, for that great intro. Hi, everyone. I'm Zach, and I'll be taking over to walk you through the positive side of our analysis. Now, let's talk about why competition can actually be a good thing. We have identified three key areas where it really helps students: motivation, skill development, and engagement. The first one is motivation. Competition acts as a strong extrinsic motivator. It encourages students to spend more time on their learning. Our research highlights two ways this happens. The first one is social comparison. When students see where they are stand compared to others, it can push them to engage more. The second one is goal orientation. Competitive scenarios create clear targets, helping students focus on their performance goals. This supports our hypothesis H5, which suggests that a competitive atmosphere boosts task motivation. Skill development, we also have to look at the real world. The global job market is naturally competitive. By experiencing this in school, students develop the thick skin and the drive they'll need to succeed later in their careers. Lastly is engagement. Think about when learning feels like a game. Light-hearted or gamified competition can totally change the classroom energy, making students more excited to participate. This ties back to hypothesis H4, showing that a competitive environment can actually build a more positive and resilient attitude toward learning. That covers the beneficial side of the data, but as we know, there's always another side to the story. To take us through the potential downsides and the rest of our discussion, I'm going to hand it over to my friend Alex.
For part 2 discussion and analysis, I'll be explaining about the harmful side of academic competition. First and foremost, excessive competition can affect student mental health. Too much pressure to perform may lead to stress, anxiety, burnout, and fear of failure, causing students to lose motivation. Next, it can lead to ethical issues. Some students may cheat to achieve better results, while others become less cooperative, focusing only on outperforming their peer instead of helping each other. Last but not least, competition often favor high-performing students. Weaker or quieter students may be left behind, which lower their confidence and discourage participation. In conclusion, while competition can motivate, too much of it can harm students' well-being, behavior, and equality. Therefore, balance is necessary. Next, I'll be explaining about the alternative solution to prevent the harmful effect of academic competition. First, I'll begin with cooperative learning focused on teamwork instead of individual rankings. Students can work in the groups, share their idea, and support each other, which improve their understanding and build their communication skills. Next, competency-based assessment shift away from covered grading to individual mastery. Students are evaluated based on their own understanding, allowing them to learn at their own pace without pressure. Thirdly, the balanced model combines both competition and collaboration. Low-stake competition keeps students motivated while teamwork remains the main focus. In conclusion, this approach creates a healthier learning environment by reducing pressure and encouraging growth. Thank you.
Thank you for my friend just now. Now, for my part, I will discuss our recommend solution based on our analysis. After analyzing the impact of competitive environment on student development, our team has reached a final stand. We are officially recommending option 3, the balanced model. We believe this is the most effective bet for both academic success and personal growth for a few key reasons. First, it captures the spark of competition. Second, it strips away the toxic element. Finally, our implementation strategy shifts the focus of final grading to individual feedback. This ensures that every student is measured against their own progress rather than just their rank against peer. Finally, to summarize our analysis, we conclude that competition in school is a double-edged sword that either help or hurt. While a little bit of competitive spirit can motivate a student to work harder and think faster, too much pressure from the school can actually make students feel discouraged and stressed. Our analysis showed that the best approach is a balanced one. We believe schools should use fun, active challenges to keep things exciting, but focus on individual progress and teamwork when it comes to final grade. In the end, the goal of a school should be to help every student actually learn and grow, rather than just worrying about who is winning. That's all from us. Thank you.
Last but not least, this presentation is based on a research article by Ma and Chan, published in 2025 in the journal Behavioral Science. The study examines the impact of competitive and collaborative learning environment on students. The full article is available through the MDPI website, which ensures that our information is taken from a credible and academic source. Thank you.